this video I want to talk about why Cordyceps is a superstar in the world of tonic herbalism. First thing, Cordyceps is a Jing and a Qi tonic, so it nourishes, the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, and the spleen to a degree. So if you don't know what Jing is, refer to my other videos. I've explained it. So to start off in kind of like more of a scientific perspective, Cordyceps has been shown to increase ATP by 20, 30, 40%, somewhere in that range, depending on the studies you look at. Now, ATP is like the currency that our cells use for energy. So when we eat food, it's got to be broken down and converted into ATP so that our cells can use it for energy. So things like Cordyceps, things like marine phytoplankton already have the ability, or they can take ATP to just feed our cells directly, so we bypass all the need for calories, or not the need, but we bypass having to consume calories and consume food to get that ATP. So the Cordyceps can help our cells be more efficient and utilize ATP better and produce more ATP, which is just more energy naturally, no stimulation in any way, just natural energy at the currency that our cells use. Second benefit is that it increases oxygen utilization by about the same ratio, which it really helps to open up the lungs, so it's good for people with any kind of lung issues, asthma, shortness of breath, things like that. And for that reason, it's really favored by athletes, and that's part of the reason why it was so famous, is that there was a track team, the Chinese track team dominated some of the world games for a period of time, and everyone accused them of being on steroids. Turns out they were on a tonic formula. Cordyceps was the main ingredient, and because of that, they were able to succeed. Obviously, there's other factors at play, but the Cordyceps played a major role. And all the athletes I know absolutely love the herb, swear by it, and can notice a big difference from it. For me, I notice a big difference in just endurance and energy and breathing capacity just from taking it, almost, sometimes instantly, depending on the dosage. So that's kind of the two scientific things. The third thing is Cordyceps contains polysaccharides, beta-glucans, which modulate the immune system, help to get rid of inflammation, get rid of allergies, antiviral, bacterial, fungal, everything. It's got that too, and that's pretty amazing. Those two things in one should be enough, but it also is a Jing tonic, an anti-aging, rejuvenating tonic that works on the endocrine system, works on the kidneys, and modulating our hormones, so it helps strengthen the bones, the bone marrow, the ligaments, the tendons, the joints, the whole frame of the body, which again is great for anyone who's active or anyone who just wants to rebuild their body. It's also good for the sexual functions because it does tone up the kidneys. It helps to really increase the power of the mind, the clarity of the thought, and just the creative faculties of the mind, because it's nourishing the kidneys. Because all of these things that I've just named are all fed by the kidney energy, and Cordyceps nourishes that because it is a Jing, yin and yang Jing tonic, so it helps us restore and replenish, but also be active and procreative and really just have the ability to just do things and be out in the world and feel calm and feel balanced, because it has the yin and the yang. Some herbs are more yin. Fohow is just yin, so it tends to be just more calming and grounding, helps us just restore. Some herbs are more yang, stach. It just helps us want to be calm and balanced, but also want to just get up and do stuff and be out in the world and do things. So Cordyceps has both of those. It also has Qi, which is what I was talking about with the immune system in the lungs. And Cordyceps is one of my favorite tonic herbs from day one. It tastes great. If you can afford it, do a lot. I highly recommend it. I've been doing a lot lately, and I've been loving the results. Taste, if you get good Cordyceps, is pleasant. It's not like eating a candy bar by any means, but it has a malty, kind of coffee-esque, almost chocolatey flavor in that genre of things. The smell is very pungent. When you get a bag of Cordyceps, you smell it, and it's very interesting, and everyone notices it, and it's one of my favorite herbs, and it's one I'll probably take for the rest of my life. So that's a little bit about Cordyceps. There's obviously way more to it, but just wanted to give you a little introduction. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk